Hi guys, today I'm going to show you this summer bronzed makeup look. It's super easy, there's very few steps, and some of the products are actually multi-purpose. So I'm hoping that it's going to be useful for those of you that are kind of looking for ideas of stuff for when you're on holiday or just kind of days out when it's going to be really sunny. You don't want to make a lot of effort because, let's face it, your makeup will probably melt off your face. You don't want to feel like you're weighed down with products, but you want to look a little bit summery and glowy. So if you want to see how I did this makeup, then keep watching. So I'm going to start with the Ideal Flawless BB cream, and the colour that I have is Ivory. This is one of my favourite summer bases. I'm not always the biggest fan of BB cream because it doesn't give quite enough coverage, or as much coverage as I would want ordinarily. This is really quite high coverage for a BB cream, and it's not too greasy, so if you've got oily skin, it's perfect because it gives a really natural kind of satiny, semi-matte finish. It's not your average kind of tinted moisturiser or hybrid summer foundation product. I'm going to go in with some concealer. I've got this Luxe Illuminating concealer, which I would imagine is also fair. Let's see if we've got, yes, fair. And I'm just going to go into the areas that kind of need a little bit of brightening up. Underneath my eyes, twist up a little bit more. My forehead, around my nose and my chin. Next, I'm going to quickly define my eyebrows. I've got this Glimmerstick brow definer in blonde. It's not too warm because when you've got very cool blonde hair, which I don't have right now, I have purple hair, but you know, it's still a cool tone. You don't want too much of a warm shade. It's not too warm, and that's kind of what I look for. It's quite difficult to find in an eyebrow pencil if you're blonde. I'm just going to set my base with a powder. This is the Ideal Flawless pressed powder in, again, I want to say fair, yes. I have to powder, it doesn't matter what. I know, you know, some people like that kind of dewy finish to their foundation, but I just have to. I will be oily within half an hour if I don't. I have this bronzer. It is called Bronzing Powder in Warm Glow, and I'm actually going to use this on my eyes and on my cheeks. I'm just going to use a little bit of it to add a tiny bit of colour. And then I also have this Kajalstick in Golden Nude. It's from the Glow range. It has two colours on it. It has this, let's see if I can get them bold enough for you to see, this very golden colour, and then kind of a highlighty nude colour. There we go, a little bit better. I'm going to use the nude colour, and I'm just going to go into the corner of my eyes and brighten that up a little bit. And I'm going to draw that underneath to about halfway, and on the outer corners I'm going to use the golden colour. To finish my eyes, I'm just going to pop on a little bit of mascara. I'm really liking this Winged Out mascara recently. It's from the Super Extend line, and it's got a very fine rubbery brush. If you like really defined lengthened separated lashes rather than super volume, I much prefer length and definition than kind of big fat lashes, but it all depends on what you're into. But if you prefer that, I think you'll really like this brush. Now I'm going to use the bronzer as it was intended on my actual face. Again, the same bronzer that I used on my eyes, this, what is it called, Warm Glow. And I'm just going to sweep it over the tops of my cheeks. I found it's really difficult to contour. I mean, I'm sure you guys will agree. It's one of those things, I'm sure practice makes perfect, but I'm just not an expert, and I just don't have the time or the inclination to learn. And so how I found I can contour in a kind of vague way is to apply my bronzer or my blush on the tops of my cheekbones, and it still gives somewhat of a definition with my kind of bone structure, and it gives me a little bit of a 3D effect, but I don't have to worry so much about getting kind of lines and stuff and blending and looking a little bit daft. And because it has that sheen, it kind of does the double duty of a highlighter at the same time, so it's giving you a little bit of warmth, a little bit of a glow, but it's giving you that kind of summerness as well. And to finish off, I have this gorgeous Ultra Glazewear lip gloss in Mocha Latte, and it's this kind of nudie shimmery shade. So that was the look. Hopefully it was easy to follow. Hopefully some of you guys will give it a try. If you do, don't forget to post up some pictures, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!